Hello everyone, welcome to Oracle F1 channel. In this video, we are going to see a simple approach creating pluggable database in a DataGuard environment with TDE enabled. So, in the Oracle Cloud environment, every newly created database from 12c onwards uses multi-tenant architecture, as well as transparent data encryption is also enabled by default. Okay, in the Oracle Cloud, TDE is enabled by default in that multi-tenant architectures and all the Oracle databases. So now in my scenario, I have created a container plus one pluggable database with TDE enabled. I have manually configured the TDE in this database, source database. I am going to create a standby database. So already the standby database is running. You can see here source srcdb, standby srcdb sby. Okay, so the pluggable data, that source database is running with the TDE enabled and the database configured with the DataGuard architecture. DataGuard created. Standby database is also built for that srcdb database. Now, in this container, the source CDB, it's having only one pluggable database. I am going to create a new pluggable database. Simple approach. So you can see here, the srcdb is a container database. It's having only one pluggable database. So I am going to create another plug, second plug in this container. For that, it's having already DataGuard enabled. DG built DataGuard. It's running already. I am going to, before creating, I am going to shut down that database, standby database, and target server. So the simple approach, it's here described. So we have already seen we can create the standby database over that standby is equal to none in Oracle 19c. Okay, so standby it's none, the recovery it's in the standby side, it's disabled. So we need to do manual standby restore. So you can see I'm creating another pluggable database in source side. Before that, what I did, I have closed the standby database. I have turned off. I have shut down the standby database in target side. I am creating another plug in that source database. Okay, let's see. Standby source database, the pluggable database is being created srcdb plug 2. I am creating that pluggable database. It's getting created. So pdb. So it's in mount stage. Okay, let's open this one. So it's opening. There is newly created pluggable database have been opened. So PDBs, okay. Now let's move into that container, that pluggable container. Create that key store. I mean TDE key store for this newly created pluggable database. Okay, key store altered. As I said earlier, in this source database, I have already TDE enabled. TDE I have configured. Okay. So 3 table data files have been created. System sysx and undo. Okay. Let's come into that TDE location. We have to SCP all those that EVALT related files, all the files into target's TDE location. So this is the TDE location from the primary side. Coming to the target side, standby side, this is the standby TDE location. So what I am going to do, I am going to SCP all those files to target TDE location. So the SCP is completed, and let's see, let's wait at the target side. Yeah, it's copied. Okay, looks good. Next, what we need to do, we'll go to the SQLnet ORAF file. We have copied that entry into the target side. I mean standby side also we need to put an entry. So before that, we need to go to the target side. We'll go to the network admin location. There is no SQLnet ORAF file, and I'm creating the SQLnet ORAF file on target side, I mean standby side. So we'll copy that SQLnet ORAF file entries into that from the source entry into the target server. And change that TDE location, I mean that encryption wallet location, SRCDB to SRCDB SBY. Okay, looks good. And then now the database is it's in downstairs side in that standby side. We need to start up with mount. Let's see the alert log. What will happen? It's any new entries, which is we have newly created pluggable database have been added or not. Let's check in that alert log. So database mounted. Let's go and check that alert log. It's been added. Newly created pluggable database have been added successfully. Recovery also enabled by default. Let's see. You can see that recover manager standby database disconnect no delay. It's actually DataGuard brokers have been enabled. It's that MRP have been started automatically. So the recovery also happened. Recovery created data file, newly created data file. I mean the pluggable SRCDB plug 2 have been created in source side. It's been created. Recovery created pluggable database. It's happening. It's recovering automatically. So recovery copied file from tablespace system and sysx and undo TBS. So it's been happened automatically when the database is in startup mount and standby side. It's automatically that recovery must MRP process will be running automatically, started automatically, and then it started recovering that pluggable database, which is newly created in the store side. So you can see here. So we no need to do anything. Simple. This is a simple, very simple, simple and straightforward approach when your database has been enabled transparent data encryption. No, you no need to restore the data files from the source to target. Okay, you can see here the database has been recovered successfully. So newly created pluggable data have been recovered successfully. You can check the recovery status also. It's enabled by automatically. So it's enabled. Okay. Now let's check the MRP. So lost 3 files. Actually, why it's showing the data file like this? I have I have altered that DB file create location. This location I have specified by. That's why it's showing like this. Otherwise, that's why DB file create test. It's enabled. Create DB file that test enabled. That is what it's showing, that OMF file locations, OMF file architectures. Okay. So we can check another way. So now you can see the data got broker, DGMG, MGRL. You can see that configurations that it's happening. Everything looks good. You can see that lag. So configuration lags, nothing is there. So its logs are catching up. Logs are applying. Everything looks good. Whenever you are creating a pluggable database in source side, when that DG data guard environment, you will create the pluggable database standby is equal to none. At that time, standby side, that database will be the pluggable database will be created with the recovery disabled and the files won't be copied. So you need to do manual restore. Now it's simple. It will be copied automatically when your primary database has been enabled TDE. It is automatically copied. Just you need to copy all of that. Once you create the PDB and you have to create the key store for the particular PDB and copy all those TDE files into the target server. So simply it will work. This is a simple and straightforward approach. Once you checked with this, all the configuration, lag, everything you checked, what you need to do another step, the primary pluggable, newly created primary pluggable database, primary pluggable database having the temp file, but unfortunately it won't copy into that target site, standby site, it won't copy the temp file. You need to create manually. For that, after validating that lag, applying that logs, you need to create it manually in the target site. Standby site, you need to create the temp file for the particular PDB, which is newly created PDB. You need to create the temp file. It won't copy automatically. So I'm going to that, I'm validating that one by one, all the 2 blocks. So there is a temp file available. So srcdb plug also there will be temp file available. Okay, it is there. All right. Then coming into the source side, I am moving into that a newly created plug. I am validating the temp file. It is there or not in source side. It is there. So it is created, and whenever we will create that pdb, it is creating the temp file also in source side, I mean primary. You can check the target side, I mean standby side, there won't be any temp file available. So what you have to do, you have to create manually. For that the database is running dg, and which is configured in the DataGuard broker. You need to stop that mrp recovery, you have to stop, and then open the database read only mode, and then create that, going into the particular pdb and create the temp file. All right. Now I am coming out and going into that dgmgrl. I am going to the DataGuard broker. Validating the lag, everything looks good. Now I am going to stop the mrp. Edit database, srcdb sby, set state equal to apply off. So we have stopped the MRP now. Alright. Now going to the database and so PDBs, and we have to open the database read only mode. It won't work actually. Read only PDB, whenever the CDB will read only, then only PDB can read only. Okay, let's open the database. Alter database open. When we are giving in, when you are giving into that standby server, standby side, it will always go for read only mode only. So it won't open read write since it is in standby database. So that's what I am giving, alter database open. No need to mention read only like that. Okay. So PDBs, yeah, the PDB seed it's read only, and which PDB you want to create the temp file? srcdb plug 2, right? So alter pluggable database, open read only. So PDBs, okay. Now you can create the temp file here. Alter table switch temp, add temp file. So we have created the temp file as well. Now coming to the root container, start on the database and start up with mount. startup mount. So let's validate it. Let's validate once again the temp file. It's available. Okay, coming into that DataGuard broker configuration. So configuration, it's working perfectly. So configuration lag. So there is no lag at all. It's applying currently. All the logs have been caught up. Okay friends, that's all. We have successfully created the pluggable database with the TDE enabled environment.